r/AskReddit. What screams I'm not a good person? Never accepting blame for anything. That didn't happen. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it is, that's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it. Disrespectful of people's personal property in their home. I know someone who had a co-worker house sit for them, and the person completely rearranged the house. Needless to say, no one likes the co-worker anymore. What the fuck? Who in the hell thinks it's okay to do that? Constantly telling people you are a good person. I too am extraordinarily humble. Your humblability pales next to my own exquisite humbleness. Laughing at / making fun of other people's interests and hobbies. I hate this. My favorite thing in the world is watching people's faces as they explain something they love. My coach at my gym has explained this one thing to me like 8 times, but I never stop him because I can see how much he loves coaching. When something makes someone happy, when it makes their whole face light up, it's wonderful, and anyone that tries to extinguish that is a garbage person. Edit. Thank you everyone for the kind and thoughtful and insightful comments. I promise I read them all. Be good to each other. Being a dick to everyone else, then trying to excuse that behavior by saying, I'm just brutally honest. The I'm just keeping it real type. And usually if you're real with them, they get highly offended. Yeah, they're always upset that other people get triggered or offended by things they say, but then other people turn around and keep saying things that make them get pissed off or angry, as if these are completely different flavors of emotional reactions. Talking shit about mutual friends when they are not around. If they'll do that with your other friends, damn sure they're doing it with you too. And being nice speaking to you on your own, but in a group situation showing off and being a dick to you. Some people do this to everyone in the group. They act nice in private, but throw each person under the bus in the group. It's a dick move, because they deliberately built the expectation that they'd have your back around others, then they quickly turn it around and attack some harmless thing you said as some middle school power move to prove that they aren't beholden to anyone. I always roll my eyes when adults act that way. Punching down, that is treating those below you badly, be that at work, service workers, children, etc., because you perceive yourself as higher status. If you want to know what a man's like, take a good look at how he treats his inferiors, not his equals. Sirius Black. The true measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. Samuel Johnson. Littering. Went on a first date with a girl. We just finished playing laser tag, got blizzards from DQ, and when she's done she just throws it out the window. Instant deal breaker. Why do people do this? I just don't understand. Should have pulled over and kicked her out, but then you'd be no different than her. Never paying debts, even small ones. If you borrow money, even $1, with the promise to pay back, do so. The best ones are the ones where you ask for your money back, and they're all damn seriously you're asking me for those $5 back. It's just $5. Yeah, it is, yet here you were a couple of weeks ago desperately asking for just $5. Someone told me before, it's just $40 you have money, man. I wanted to beat the shit out of them. Taking any kind of criticism or conflicting opinion as a personal attack. No, battering everyone else's opinions into the ground and eventually personally attacking others and questioning their intelligence for disagreeing with you isn't healthy discourse. Edit. I got mentioned in a BuzzFeed article. I'm famous, lads. Or when facts prove you wrong, and your rebuttal is I'm not going to concede my point of view. Literally impossible to socialize and be friends with someone who's too stubborn to admit they're wrong sometimes. Hurting animals. That screams psychopath. Mocking people for liking unpopular but harmless things. I'll add mocking people for liking popular but harmless things. I think that's more socially acceptable to do, at least on Reddit, and annoys me just as much. Live and let live. People who proudly state that they are assholes and have no intentions to change for anyone. The world doesn't revolve around you. Quit being a dick. People think that being self-aware completely ameliorates anything they've done wrong. It's one of the most obnoxious things. Making fun of other people's appearances, especially of things that aren't easily, immediately fixable and cost money to do so. Acne, crooked teeth, big noses and such. Edit. Wow, my first silver. Thank you so much. Edit 2, gold 2. You guys are awesome. Yes. If you feel it is necessary to point out someone's physical flaws, or don't care if it will hurt them, then you suck as a person. I don't understand why someone would really want to have an awkward moment of hurting someone's feelings like that. Then sometimes they'll say, "What? I'm just being honest." Like, no shit, dude. Clearly you're not trying to have any kind of social filter. That doesn't mean it's okay. There's a lot of things we can say that are honest, but still shouldn't be said without good context. Would you walk around telling people about your own back acne, or your hemorrhoids, or your fungus toenails for the sake of making an unnecessary honest comment? Not taking personal responsibility for your actions, and purposefully withholding important information from someone for your own self-preservation or selfish reasons. My friend told me that the person I was interested in knew my feelings for him, but conveniently left out the part that he felt the same way about me. Edit. This person had a previous relationship with the boy and was still very possessive of him, and also felt threatened that our relationship had the potential to be better than this. Too proud to apologize. Edit. Thank you for the silver, kind stranger. This is the worst. I have a buddy who never apologizes. I understand if it was an accident and you didn't mean to spill your drink on me, but at least give a sorry instead of just saying, "Dude, that sucks," or, "Well, I didn't think it would hit you." Treating wait staff badly. If they are willing to be rude to someone in public, I can only imagine the kinds of stuff they say in private. Anyone who relies on a service and then demeans those who provide that service are complete garbage. Like, I can understand why you might not see a job at McDonald's as a great career, but if you want to be able to eat your fucking McNuggets, you have to respect the people providing them. Queue jumping. Those people cutting others off the line just because they think they should be first are spawns of bedevil. To add to this, people who drive on the shoulder during traffic because they think they are somehow above sitting in traffic like everyone else. People will always blame everyone else for leaving them. Like, all my exes were crazy is probably not true. You probably did something to drive them off the edge. Not being introspective enough to realize you're the root of your problems is probably one. In many cases, it isn't that the "all my exes were crazy" types drove their exes over the edge. It's that the exes were completely normal, and the assholes just interpret that normal behavior as crazy. And then there's the 1 in a million person that really did end up hooking up with a chain of crazy stalkers. My first job was in retail, and I used to think the worst bottom of the pile people were the kind of people who would take a shitload of clothes from hangars and try them on and just leave a heap on the floor in the change room. Or in grocery stores, the people who randomly decide they don't want that raw steak or gallon of ice cream they picked out, so they leave it in some random aisle on some random shelf because they are too lazy and selfish to put it back. Saw this in another thread, but those people who throw popcorn onto the floor when they see a movie theater employee to give them something to do. I try to be a good person, but I'm probably failing, and I don't even know it. Edit. Holy shit, 1.1k upvotes, thank you so much. I've never heard of this before. People actually do it? It's probably the same people who leave their trays and trash on the table at McDonald's and say it's their job for the workers to clean up behind them. The workers at my local McDonald's call people out on their shit, and I love it. People who aren't able to be excited for you when you succeed, no matter how small the success. They always see other people's success as a threat to their own worth. Then, they'll get upset if you don't celebrate for them. I had a best friend in HS, now an ex-BFF, who yelled at me that I didn't deserve to get a flute solo in our marching band show because I was drum major. Believe me, I didn't want it / ask for it. I have bad anxiety. Anyways, what makes it worse was that she had a major solo, the whole ballad, 1 year, every single year. She just didn't know how to celebrate anyone but herself. When a person thrives and builds a community off of the insecurities of others, for example, by picking on somebody and playing it off as a joke continuously, or constantly bringing up how lonely people would be without them, They tend to lack any encouraging words and don't ever say anything complimentary. If I could choose one phrase to describe these people, it would be not to be rude or anything, but you just made me realize that other people probably received compliments from their peers as kids and teenagers. I thought it was normal to be completely negative all the time, and now I'm an adult with no confidence. I think that's a big part of it. Not just being bullied, but the idea that it would have been lame at the time to say anything nice. Thanks for watching this video. If you already subscribed, thank you very much. Public daily new videos, you can check previous videos.